Welcome, PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos. And now for today's content. Not all love arrives with thunder. Some creep in like the morning mist, quiet, tender, and persistent. This is the love story of Sukai and Tansongyun, not one written in haste, but one that unfolded like a gentle melody, years in the making. Their journey began not in private but under the glaring lights of a film set. Sukai, with his brooding charm and enigmatic gaze, stood across from Tansongyun, whose warmth radiated from her smile and whose sincerity lived quietly in her eyes. From the first scene, there was a spark, something unscripted, something real. The director once whispered, "We don't need to choreograph the chemistry. Their eyes already perform." And yet, beyond the lens, they treaded carefully. Sukai, who often played confident men on screen, became uncharacteristically quiet when it came to matters of the heart. He watched Songyun with admiration, but never crossed the line. She, in turn, kept her focus sharp. Her career was ascending, her dedication unwavering. Rumors swirled, of course. Colleagues stole glances. Were they just acting? Or was there a story unwritten between takes? Years passed. Projects came and went. Their names stopped appearing side by side, but never truly left each other's orbit. Every now and then, in interviews, a question would arise. Sukai once said, "There's someone I always pray for, though she might never know." He didn't say her name. He didn't have to. Those close to Tansongyun noticed it too, a fleeting softness in her expression whenever Sukai's name entered a room. A smile more tender, a pause more thoughtful. Time moved, but something between them remained untouched. Then came 2025, the year everything changed. At a prestigious awards ceremony, fate, or perhaps something more deliberate, placed them side by side once again. Cameras caught the moment Sukai turned toward her, his gaze no longer just to co-stars, it was warmer, deeper, certain. She, draped in an elegant white dress, smiled with the quiet grace of someone who already knew the words he hadn't yet spoken. Later that night, Sukai posted a cryptic message on social media. Sometimes, 1 second of courage is all it takes to unlock years of silence. Speculation exploded. Was this finally it? A confession? Tansongyun remained quiet until she didn't. In a promotional interview just weeks later, she was asked a simple question. Who is the person that makes you feel safest? She paused. The silence in the room stretched. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, she answered. Not with a name, but with a feeling. I was never unaware. I was just not ready. Sukai waited, not to win me, but to give me time. Today, I want to say, I know. And I feel the same. Tears fell. Not just hers. A quiet sob echoed from the crew. The interview that was meant to promote a drama became something else entirely, an unscripted, unforgettable confession of the heart. Within minutes, the internet ignited. #tansongyun confesses dominated every platform. News outlets hailed it as the most heartfelt moment of the year. And then, Sukai appeared, not on a red carpet, not in a press conference, but through a humble livestream from his home. No filters. No styling. Just a white t-shirt and a face that had waited long enough. "I didn't wait because I expected her to choose me," he said. "I waited because I believed she needed time. And now, I'm thankful she's ready. I love her too." No theatrics. No spectacle. Just truth, finally spoken. In an industry known for scripts and showmanship, this was something rare, a real love story, built on patience, respect, and the kind of silence that speaks volumes. Sukai and Tansongyun reminded the world that sometimes, the most powerful love stories aren't those shouted from rooftops, but those whispered between hearts, when the time is finally right. From that day on, Sukai and Tansongyun no longer hid their relationship. They remained simple, just like before. No excessive displays of affection. But they appeared at public events together, supported each other's projects, and were seen taking care of each other tenderly. Their fans called this relationship quiet love, a love that did not need the world's recognition, but was enough to be a home for each other. Sukai once said in a later interview, "I love her not because she is perfect, but because she dares to be herself. And because of that, I want to be the safest place for her." Meanwhile, Tansongyun, when asked what made her finally believe, answered, "Because I realized I've loved him all this time. I just wasn't ready to admit it." The story of Sukai and Tansongyun is not a sensational love story. There is no big drama, no scandal. Just two hearts learning to understand, wait, and finally be brave. They prove that true love doesn't always have to be noisy. Sometimes, the strongest love is the one that grows in silence, invisible to the eye but felt by the soul. Now, every time they appear in public, the public doesn't just see a celebrity couple. They see two hearts that have gone through time, patience, and finally found each other. And for many people, this story is not just about Sukai and Tansongyun's love, but also about hope that maybe the love we're waiting for will eventually find its way home. The love story between Sukai and Tansongyun teaches many things, not only about romance, but also about being a complete human being in love. From the long journey they took, there is a touching message about sincerity, patience, and courage. True love doesn't always come with extravagance or fanfare, but rather through someone's willingness to stay, even when they're not asked. Sukai waited not because he was weak or had no choice, but because he believed that his feelings were genuine and that love should not be forced. We learn that not all feelings need to be expressed immediately. There are times when loving means giving space, giving time, and waiting until the person we love is ready to see us the same way. There is no coercion, no ambition to possess first, just the serenity that comes from the belief that what is meant to be will come in time. Sukai doesn't seek the spotlight, doesn't use his feelings as a tool to gain sympathy. He chooses the quiet path, but in that silence, he becomes the strongest person. Meanwhile, Tansongyun shows that honesty is not always easy. It takes great courage to admit feelings, especially when we have kept them to ourselves for too long. There is fear, doubt, even guilt, but in the end, only with honesty can one truly feel relief. When she says that she knows Sukai has loved her for a long time, and that she is now ready to love again, it is not only a confession of love, but also an atonement for being silent for too long. She finally lets her heart speak, and in her courage, we see a strength that cannot be measured by fame or achievement. Please leave your discussion. Welcome to leave comments. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all.